Hi, my name's Ruan and this is my channel, The Yorkshire Sale Girl. I'm back from my holiday, bobs. Did I tell you I was going on my holiday? We got back on Tuesday. It's Thursday while I'm recording this. So yeah, I've had a bit of the holiday blues. Yesterday was spent basically doing 6 gazillion loads of washing. Still trying to get through them now, which is crazy. That's what happens when you go on holiday with a husband and 2 younger children. But for anybody who cares, we had a wonderful time. I know I'm not full of tan. I don't tan very easily, and I've got a little bit of a tan look. That's not bad for me. But yeah, I'm in the pool with the kids and in the shade playing Uno. I must have played, well, nearly as many games of Uno as I did loads of washing yesterday. My kids love it. So we play Uno, we play Dobble and stuff like that all the time when we're on holiday. But we had a wonderful time. We had incredible weather. Every day was sunshine wall to wall. And then we came back to the UK and my lord, has that changed. We came down to earth with a big bump, put it that way. But anyway, today is Thursday. My kids are at their karate class fun club today, which they absolutely love doing. And I've been to see the lovely Sam at Frugalissima this morning. So most of you probably know, because you'll follow Sam's channel, she has set up a new business, and yeah, she is just about to launch very soon. So she invited myself and a couple of friends over to test out the facilities with her this morning. And yeah, I was only supposed to be there for a couple of hours and we did nothing but this the whole time. But anyway, we had a lovely time. So yeah, so Sam's going to be offering all sorts of sewing classes and different community type things, and we were banding around loads of ideas, and she was asking for some feedback from us of what our thoughts were, and yeah, it was fab. We had a lovely morning. In fact, I haven't actually brought my little bag up. I'll do that later. We made a little zip up pouch, which was wonderful, and the first thing I did was completely take off my zipper off the zip, you know, the pull bit of it. So then I looked up on YouTube how to put a zipper back on using a fork, and I did it 3 times. I managed to do it 3 times. So I feel like I've learned a new skill today. Anyway, someone's like, but you haven't learned that skill from me. And I'm like, oh yeah, oh well, never mind. Still learned something. So yeah, we had a really, really good time this morning. So if you're not aware of Sam's new venture, then head over to her channel. I'll pop her channel below, where she tells you more about it. But I'm really happy because I'm going to have classes local to me that I can go and get involved in again. So I'm really happy. Well, this is a bit of a shock to the system from Tenerife weather. That's all I'm going to say. Look at it out there. It's bonkers. Anyway, I'm doing something exciting today though. I've just dropped the kids off. They have they go to karate twice a week, and they are going to a fun club day today, which they absolutely love doing. So drop them off, and then I'm off to see the gorgeous Sam from Frugalissima to test out one of her beginner courses that she's just about to start up. So I'll take you with me and do a little bit of footage while I'm there, if she lets me. I'm sure she will. It's like free publicity and all that, isn't it? So yeah, I'll see you in a bit. What I thought I'd do today is I would just quickly pop on, give you an update. Obviously, I've not been sewing anything for the last week. But I thought I'd just have a bit of a catch up with you. And then I've been very kindly sponsored on this video by a company called Serious Readers, which I'll talk about in a minute as well. So where am I at the moment? Okay, so I still haven't finished my Lyra dress with the fabric from the Dahlia Society because I obviously didn't have enough fabric, and the beautiful Kristen sent me some more, and that arrived about a week before I was due to go on holiday, so I haven't had a chance to do that. So that is number one priority for me because I can't wait to wear that Lyra dress. So I'm going to make that. As that's not number one priority, I'm lying. That's number two priority. Number one priority is my Sew Upcycle 22 challenge. Now, I've already put up my inspiration vlog all about this. If you haven't seen that, check out my videos. And that's a challenge that's being run by Karen from So Little Time and Becky from Notes from the Sewing Room. Now, I came up with 3 different solutions, and I was hoping to make all 3, if I'm honest. But I don't know where I thought I was going to magic these hours out from. I didn't. So before I went away, though, I've managed. So the one I've decided to go with was my jeans, making it into a skirt. So I've managed so far to cut off the legs. So the legs are here, look. And then I have undone the seam all the way up to the zip here. So that's all unpicked now, and the same, well, only a bit at the back. I need to have a look at that because I think I need to go further up on that one, but that's as far as I got before I went. So then once I've done the back bit properly, this is then going to be ready to cut a bit off the leg and patch a piece in here. Then, I've got a hair, excuse me. Always got something itching me, haven't I, on these vlogs? Anyway. Yeah, so I think all I've got to do really is patch that in, sew it up, the back as well, hem it, and then obviously I wanted to try and do some embroidery, so I'm hoping I might get this done. I've got a free day on Saturday, I think. Husband's out, so maybe if I say to the kids, maybe if I bribe them with sweets and a movie, they might leave me alone for a couple of hours. Or I could bribe them with sweets, get this bit done up, and then while the movie's on, I could embroider. I don't know. But I really, really hope I can get that made up because I'd love to do that and have some photos ready for the reveal date, which is, I believe, on Sunday. Now, I don't know when this vlog's going to come out. Wonky for inch too. So, yeah, I might have already shown this. I might have already made it by the time you see this. Who knows? Huh? Itchy nose. That's number 2 priority. And then I'm going to finish sewing up. Can you remember when I showed you my work in progress pile and I had these amazing pyjamas? And everybody was like, I cannot believe. I got so much good feedback on that. I can't believe they've just been sat in your cupboard. So I'm just about to put on the bottom thingamajig. Cuff with the piping, so I've just pinned all of that ready. That's all I've got to do with the legs, and then all I've got to do is put buttonholes and sew my buttons onto the top. So that is priority number 3. And I tried these trousers on and they're a sniggle tight, a bit more tight after my hollybobs, but I am being very good at the moment, although I just ate 4 biscuits at Sam's, but that is because I didn't have breakfast. Forgive me. So yeah, that's all I've got to do with that. But I'm hoping, because I'm trying to eat healthily at the moment, give my body a poor rest from all inclusive, that maybe these might fit me in a short while. If not, I'm just going to ram them on. So that's that. Oh, this arrived while I was on holiday. Oh, Beyond the Pink Dot Advent Calendar. Now I know a load of people are freaking out about having theirs and they're like having to give it to their husbands to hide and things like that, so they do not get tempted to open it before the 1st of December. I'm really good at surprises though. I love a surprise, so I'm more than happy to just stare at this until the 1st of December all wrapped up. So I'm not even going to open it. It's just going to stay down here. Yeah. And I'm going to open it on the 1st of December. You guys. And I've also got the First of Fabrics Advent Calendar as well. They're the 2 that I've treated myself to this time. I didn't go for the Kylie Machines one, even though I really wanted it, because I've got more labels than I know what to do with. A slight obsession with them. So I haven't got that. I'm trying to be more practical with my purchases at the minute. So yeah, so I've got this and I've got the First of Fabrics because I do love a surprise. And I'll open these when I do Vlogmas. stay tuned. So I've got that. So what I want to talk to you about now is something very exciting. So a company called Series Readers got in touch with me about doing a collaboration and sponsoring my video. And I had already heard of them because they had partnered up with Jess from Sew What If I Sew some time ago, and I had actually watched the videos that that showed everything about the lamp. Now, I have been searching for a sewing light for quite some time. If my mum's watching this, she will be nodding ferociously at this point, because I struggle when it gets to winter. So I never used to sew a lot on an evening, but I have started to sew more and more in an evening. Obviously with young children and working full time, and my husband now goes to the gym 3 times a week. So while he goes to the gym on an evening, I'm kind of at a loose end once the kids have gone to bed. So I've been looking for a lamp for a long time. I've been going to all like the creative craft shows and the knit and stitching show and having a look at all the lights there, but there's just nothing caught my eye. And the lights, they look okay, but just not what I was looking for, and nothing that I felt would fit into my space very well. So Series Readers got in contact with me, and although they're called Series Readers, they do lights for anybody who crafts or does art or anything like that and read. So what I like about them is they have designed a light that has Daylight Wavelength Technology. Ooh, sounds posh, I know. But what that basically means is that it replicates the daylight spectrum as closely as is physically possible. It's amazing. So where sometimes you'll get lamps, I've got one actually in my sewing room that has different functions on it. I'm going like that because that's what I have to do. I have to press the button and it takes it to like white light and then warm light. And whilst it's an okay light, I have found myself recently straining a lot when I'm doing my sewing in an evening, and I've been finding that quite difficult. So I've been looking for something that is going to be better for me, and this light is basically it. So I was really lucky. They offered for me to go and peruse their website and choose one of the lamps that they have. And they have quite a good range of different lights. They have desk lamps and they also have floor lamps as well. Now, obviously you've got to then try and decide what would work best for you in your sewing area. And I've gone for a desk lamp, so I will show you it in a minute. But obviously I've done an extreme amount of research on these guys because I don't want to partner up or discuss anything that I don't think would be of benefit to you guys. I'm not here for that, and I think you already know that. So anything that I say now is my honest, true opinion on a product. Now, they're based in the UK, which is brilliant. So they're based in Aylesbury, and all of their lamps are made up in their factory. So they're built in the UK, which for me is great. They have a 30-day guarantee as well. And get this, right? If you are not happy with your product, they're cool with it. They'll even pay for the product to be posted back to them. That just shows, doesn't it, that they've got a bit of confidence, to be fair. As a 5-year warranty, it's, yeah, amazing. So this technology basically is replicating the daylight outside. So for us people that sew and do other crafts, we know what that means, particularly on a night time. What I struggle with mostly is straining to see my sewing pad, you know, if I'm trying to thread a needle or do anything like that. And also colours, I really struggle with colours, difference between black and navy and things like that. Whereas this Daylight Wavelength Technology basically replicates it, so it's just like you're outside. It's great. So you're not, you know, sometimes when you've got fabrics as well and you're not quite sure of the shade or anything, well, you don't need to worry about it. And I've also been using it while I've been doing some of my cross stitch as well, and it's made such a difference to that. I struggle sometimes because we have lamps on in our living room, but they're, you know, warm lights to create ambiance in my living room. Yeah, and they're not the best. And then I put the Series Readers light on and I was like, wow, Even my husband was like, that is incredible. And I'm like, I know. So I have been using it for a while. I'm not just talking about it now and I've only just used it. I've used it for ages and I absolutely love it. So I unboxed it a while ago and I did a little bit of footage on that. So I'll show you what that looks like now so you can see how it comes, how it turns up as well. It's incredibly well packaged, and my husband actually made a comment because what I do is when I unbox anything or I unpack a parcel that's arrived or anything like that, I basically get all the stuff that it's been packed in and I chuck it in the garage. I open the door and I'll wang it in. And the reason for that is because that's my husband's domain and he has to do something with it. And whilst it's in the garage, I can't see it. So it looks great in my house. And to be fair, he went into the garage and saw all these boxes from the lamp. And he was like, is this that lamp that you were telling me about? I said, yeah, it is. And he was like, I just want to let you know that there's not one part of that packaging that I couldn't put in the recycling bin. So he was super impressed with that. He said it's packaged so well, everything is so sturdy, and I was like, I know, it's brilliant, isn't it? And it was just brilliant. The way it's all packaged, you'll see when I show you the video, it's all done in different steps. So I'll show you that now. It's I've timed it by 2, so it's a little bit faster than it would be normally, just so that you can see and you don't sit here and just get bored altogether. So I'll show you that now and you can see what it looks like when you open it. I'm back. How ridiculous do I look? But I've had to put this on my knee so that I can show you it. So this is the lamp that I chose. Oh, how amazing is this? So this is the table lamp, and there's 2 different bases. There's a lightweight and a heavyweight one. So obviously the lightweight one is good if you want to move it around. I wanted a heavyweight one because it's going to hopefully stay permanently in my sewing room. Although I have moved it around just to try it on different things so that I know what I'm talking to you guys about. And I went for the white option. There's a black option as well, and there's different steel options. But I also went for the Gemini option, which gives you 2 different heads, which for me is great because I'm going to point down here even though you can't see it. I have my overlocker here and my sewing machine here. So having one lamp probably isn't going to do it for me because I like to switch from one machine to the other constantly. So I thought if I get the Gemini one, which has both 2 options, I can have one point into, there it is, look, cheeky one. One point into my overlocker and one point into my sewing machine. So this is what it looks like. I have to say, because it's got the heavy base, you can move this around really easily without any problem with it falling over, which is nice. And it's got these like levers on it, which allow you to move it around really easily. And then these bend down. It's just incredible. So you can do anything you want. If you wanted this to be doing just close-up stuff, or if you wanted this to be further afield, then you can do. But they're really, really easy to manipulate. So they spin all the way around like that. Can you see? Which is amazing. All the way around. They go up and down like that. And then also the arms move. So there isn't going to be a direction you can't get into, you know? So the little light switches are on the back of these levers. So if I switch these on now, try not to blind you, you will see how they come on. I mean, it looks dark now because I'm behind them. If I turn them on around to me, let me see if I can do it now. You'll be like, what is going? Wow. Can you see? Can you? Okay, I'm gonna have to stop that now. But that is basically what it looks like when they're switched on. It's also quite clever because it's got a switch at the back, which is a dimmer switch. So can you see that one's gone duller and then lighter? And it also has like a little, I'll show you, you might not be able to see it as well here, but as you make it dimmer, can you see the lights go down here? So you can see how low it goes and then it goes really bright. Fabulous. And the other thing that I love about this is if you do this, you can wind this round and it focuses the beam on a smaller area, which is really good, particularly if I was doing embroidery. Or you can go wider and then that covers a much broader spectrum on your desk. How good is that? So they ship worldwide. They have free UK delivery as well, which is amazing. Let me put this back because obviously I'm going to blind everybody, aren't I? Let me put it over here and then can you see how bright it is? It does look like I'm in the sun actually, doesn't it? Let me switch them off. Yeah. The other good thing about those is that they actually remember the last setting they were on as well. So when you switch them back on, they go back to how you had them last time. So no trying to remember if you've got a certain way that you like them to be, you know, brightness and things like that, then it will remember it as well, which is great. But these aren't just for sewists, you know, artists use them. I think when I was researching as well, a lot of opticians recommend them, independent opticians. I'm sure it's something like 500 plus independent opticians recommend them. And that is to do with eye strain. Obviously, as we get older, we struggle, don't we? I'm very lucky to have really good eyesight. But like I say, I have noticed a lot recently with sewing in the evening that my eyes are straining slightly. So this stops the eye strain, stops, you know, the compression headaches, and also my posture's been better as well because I'm not doing this. Maybe I'm not going to get as many wrinkles either from doing that. So it's helped my posture as well while I've been sat here. So yeah, I've been incredibly impressed by these lamps. They're not cheap. I'm not going to tell you that they are cheap. They are not cheap, but you can 100% understand why they're not cheap when you receive them. Now, we've all bought cheap fabric, haven't we? We've all been there. We've all been suckered in by that price of a piece of cheap fabric. And sometimes it's a winner and most of the time it's not. Well, I would say it's exactly the same with these lamps. I've got a cheap light and it does a job, but it doesn't do the job, if you know what I mean. So this is high tech, high spec. I would say this is an investment piece. It's not something you're just going to go and buy on a whim. This is an investment piece for sure. But yeah, I do think that it has a massive benefit to anybody who reads, does craft, anything like that, because it's going to enhance everything that you're doing. So yeah, I am a little bit in love with it. Can you tell? I'm in love with it, just like Mariflex thread. It's changed my life. That's what this Serious Readers Light has done for me. So if you are interested, I'll put all the details down below. Obviously, there's no obligation, but if you are interested, you can get a free compact desk light as well if you use the code Ruan. I'll put all the details here and in the description box below. So if you click on this link and want to go and have a good look around the website, you can. And like I say, you get a free lamp. In fact, let me go get the free lamp to show you because I've been using that as well and it's downstairs. I'll be back in a minute. Here it is. Like magic, it appeared. So this is the compact desk light that you can get for free. It's actually worth £150, believe it or not, which is incredible. When you feel these products, you understand the quality behind them. There's nothing flimsy about this product. But this has been a great light, so I've been using this downstairs as well. At first I started using this for my cross stitch, just to see what it was like in comparison, and I have to say this is very good. Obviously the Gemini light that I've got is the highest spec product, but this is fantastic and far better than any other light that I've got. So this is it, just a plain black base with a nice slick black metal thing, and then the black head on the top. So absolutely fantastic. So yeah, if you use the code Ruan10, you can actually get one of those for free. But like I say, it is an investment piece. I'm not going to say it's not. I know it's you know, money at the moment is tight for a lot of people, but yeah, definitely an investment piece. I cannot say enough that I don't think you'd be disappointed if you did decide to purchase one. And yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if my granddad ends up getting one, because he likes to read a lot, particularly in an evening, and he struggles quite a lot. So I might be recommending this for his reading as well. So, but I was also thinking it'd be really handy for my mum. She does a lot of puzzles as well. So yeah, there's so many uses to this light. I do think that it will make a massive difference. So check them out. Check them out, see what you think. The other thing is they've got like a comparison tool on their website, so you can compare all the different ones to make sure that it suits you as well. So what is there to lose, you know? Especially if you've got a 30-day guarantee. I can't, you know, see any fault to that whatsoever. And if you have a look on their reviews as well online, they're all amazing. So I think a lot of people that buy one then tend to buy another one because they've obviously used it for a while and seen how good it is. And the problem is, once you've had something of such high spec and high quality, it's hard to go backwards. We know that, don't we, with fabric, when we've bought expensive designer fabric and then we don't want it to go back. But anyway, so that's where we are with that. The only other thing that I want to talk to you about is, so you will probably remember, how long ago was it that I made this into my sewing room? This is a little box room that we've got in our house. And because my boys decided they wanted to share a bedroom, they've got a huge bedroom. When we had our extension done, their bathroom got taken out of their bedroom and made into a huge bedroom. So they've got the biggest bedroom in the house. But that meant that we've got a spare room. So I decorated it not so long ago. And we have a bed in there, and we have my upcycled writing bureau that I work from home on a Tuesday. And I ain't told my mum this yet. I hope she's not watching this before I've told her. She's going to be like, are you kidding me? Whilst we're on holiday, we were chatting it through about how much use that room has in our life. And it's only ever used basically if someone stays over, which is a very minimal amount of time at the moment. So I use it obviously every Tuesday when I'm working, but that is it. So it's quite a big room and it's just sitting there doing nothing. And me and my husband were chatting the other day. I've only just bought a bed for there and everything, but my husband was kind of like, well, is there any reason why you're not moving into that room as your sewing room? Because you're in your sewing room all the time and you're in the tiny box room. Don't get me wrong, I know I'm very privileged to have a sewing room, believe me. But I have to take all of my stuff downstairs to cut out and set everything up in the dining room, etc. So yeah, it's difficult having to do that all the time, but it is what it is. So Steve was kind of saying, well, why don't you move in there? And I was like, but what about if the kids in a few years decide that they don't want to have the same bedroom? And he was like, but that could be in a few years' time. So what are you going to do? Sit in a box room for 3 years when you could be in a massive room enjoying your sewing life? So we decided while we're on holiday, we're actually going to make that room into my sewing room. I'm literally so excited now. So now I've accepted that that's going to happen in my life. I'm incredibly excited. I'm not going to rush it though. Probably not going to start it until the new year, which gives me a couple of months to really think about how I want that to be laid out. So I'm thinking what I might do is spend a little time writing up a wish list over the next week. A real outrageous wish list of, if I had, you know, a studio, this is what it would be like. And then I'm going to go through a prioritisation of those things from my wish lists to come up with top 5 or 6 things that I have to have in there that will make my life easier, and then a list of ones that aren't a priority, and if I can't have them because I can't fit them in there, then that is fine. So I'm very excited about that. So I might take you along with me on my journey. Let me know in the comment section down below if you'd like me to talk you through that. As you kind of, I've alluded to before though, I am going to be still having a really big clear out of everything that I've got in my sewing room. I will be destashing more than 50%, I think, of my fabric. And the reason for that is because I want to sew in the here and now. I want to plan outfits, and I want to be able to purchase fabric to go with those outfits to be made up, and be a little bit more conscious of my purchasing. So you will see, like I said earlier, I haven't been buying lots of fabric. I haven't been buying anything for the sake of it. There is a lot of sales out there at the moment. I've had lots of emails. I've gone in and been suckered in and then put things into my basket and then gone, no, I don't need it. I really don't need it right now until I've got a clear idea of what I want to make. So I'm also going to start on my seam work free planner that I discussed with you before, just to start the foundations of what I want to try and make and being more intentional with my wardrobe. So yeah, it's happening. So my sewing will slow down a little over the next few months, because A, I'll be planning on what I want to do, and B, I'll be hopefully moving into a new sewing room, etc. So I might not have that much content for you, we will see, but it's November soon, and there's also another challenge that's being run by the lovely Adam from Adam Sews and Alison from Sew Like Dotty. I'll pop their channels below, you probably already know, and they are doing a challenge called A Gift to November, and that's all about sewing plans for Christmas presents, which has been a really good reason for me to sit back and think, right, what do I want to make for Christmas, instead of leaving everything to the last minute. So I will be doing some planning on that, and I will be bringing out a video hopefully soon on that one. I've also got some makes that I've made recently that I haven't even discussed with you guys, so I will be getting on with that as well. So I'll do that in a vlog soon. So yeah, I'm going to take you along with me. As you can probably tell, I'm a bit all over the place at the moment, and that's because I've just got back from holiday and I'm trying to restructure how I do my sewing, how I work. So things are a little bit different at the moment, but I'm going to take you along with me, even if it is all a garbled mess. That's what's in my brain at the moment. So I need to maybe just have a little day planning where I write everything and get everything out of my brain, do a brain dump onto paper, so that I know a bit more about what I'm going to do going forward. But I just thought I'd let you in on that. And I'm sorry, Mum, if I've not told you and you've already watched this video. She'll be like, we've only just decorated that bedroom. What are you doing, woman? But we're really trying to make the rooms in our house work harder for us. So yeah, this room will be another wardrobe, because I don't have much wardrobe space whatsoever, and we'll be moving my work desk into here, my writing bureau that I use for work, on a Tuesday as well. So this will become kind of a wardrobe / office type of room as well, which will be perfect for what we need it for. So yeah, I know that was all over the place, but I've just got back from my holiday. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. I hope everybody's well. I hope everybody's had lots of time for sewing, and hopefully I'll see you again very soon on my next vlog. Take care, everybody. Bye.